Good evening. It is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And we are here for our Miwok Village Elementary School Community Q&A. I am Dr. Jody Boyle. I'm thrilled that you are here tonight. And we are going to get started. We have Miss Trina Keating with us, and we're going to get started on the fun stuff we have in store for you. So as we go through the slides tonight, we are always focused on how we are meeting those strategic goals as a district, and how this tonight we talk about that family and community engagement piece and how we're supporting our families and our community in the work that we do, and then getting into some of that wellness work around the PBIS, some updates from there as well. So heading into social emotional learning, we are always focused on how we're supporting students, how we're supporting ourselves, and recognizing and understanding where we are emotionally and how we function socially to support one another in those processes. So if we as adults have this strong, then we know that we can truly support our students as well. And here with Maslow's hierarchy, being able to check in with yourself and know where you are so that you can meet the needs of others as well as yourself to be at the top of that pyramid and really be able to get the most out of what you do each and every day. And our vision is to ensure that our students are loved and valued, and that they're provided learning environments that are just grounded in those social emotional learning supports, and that they encourage and cultivate positive and productive collaborations with one another, and that we are academically rigorous in everything that we're doing. So tonight we will talk about, as always, the great, the good, and the grace. So our Student Equity Council that we are going to be putting forward for the 23-24 school year, and that early work that we're going to be doing as a site. End of the year updates, what we have look forward to as we get to the end of our school year. Some PBIS little update and a survey from Mrs. Keating, and then some traffic reminders. I think we're moving beyond grace and we're just getting into, can we please just all get along and behave? That's, I think, where we're headed. It's moved behind giving each other that and moved into, we need to make sure that we're really doing the best to ensure we're all safe. So, Student Equity Council, we're so excited. We had an opportunity to meet with our district's Equity Council advisor, and we really want to bring this to Miwok Village Elementary School, really noticing on how we can focus on standards that support leadership and advocacy development within our students. And the 4 key components that we're going to focus on in elementary school in the beginning of this program is knowing self. So knowing myself is a focus for students, celebrating diversity in the students that we have on our campus. And we have such an incredibly diverse campus that it's something that we really look forward to every day, being able to celebrate that diversity and understanding one another and where they're coming from, which leads us into understanding fairness and doing the right thing. So our early work as a site is going to be to identify students who are currently in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So we can start gathering information from them and understanding what they see as needs here at Miwok Village Elementary School, but also our families as well. And we're going to be sending out a survey for our PBIS team. So that's going to help us gather some of that information, but also in order to form our equity council is what we see as a student need to really support the needs of all of our students and build a group of student leaders who want to take that and create that. So our 4th and 5th graders this year will be our next year's 5th and 6th graders. So they're going to be able to do that great work. But we don't want to leave out the 6th graders we currently have. We need their feedback, and they are an incredible group of students who can share their knowledge and their experiences here at Miwok Village in order to support us as we continue to grow. So we're really excited about the Student Equity Council. And so this is what's to come for 23-24. The next is the end of the year update. So we have a few logistical pieces, but wanted to make sure that everyone had an opportunity to see when we would have our kinder and 6th grade promotions. All of our promotion ceremonies will begin at 9:15 a.m. Even our afternoon kinder classes, those 2 days for our B track and our kinder D track, they will be their PM, but they're going to come during the AM. So B track, D track are PM classes that will come in the AM on their assigned day so that we can have that promotion at 9:15 in the morning. So for Mrs. Jones, that's the 24th. And then Mrs. Goodnight 6th graders will come on May 26th and have their promotion ceremony. Then we'll move into A, B, and C tracks the end of June. A, B, C track kinder will be June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And then our sixth graders at A track and B track will promote together on the 23rd of June on that Friday. So just the logistics, just to give some background for the ceremony, this is a promotion. It's not a graduation. So we really focus on the big celebratory caps and gowns and pomp and circumstance and all the amazing, the big deal that we get to have at the end of 12th grade with that graduation. We save that for 12th grade. It's really important to recognize that we are not just promoting, but we are promoting from one year to the next. So our kinders we celebrate because they move from that half day to a full day instruction. So we celebrate our kinders. And then we celebrate our sixth graders as they move on from elementary school into middle school. So we want to give them that send off to say, we're proud of you. We just think that you've done an amazing work. And now you're going to go on and become future leaders at another school site. So we're going to just focus on it being a promotion, not a graduation, and having that celebration. For this event, we're going to have visitors come in through the MP room gate starting at 9 a.m. They will sign in at the gate. We will have our campus supervisor who will be there, and she'll be able to sign everyone in. So as they come in, they'll sign in on the form. They'll sign out at the end. They'll let us know that they've left our campus. This is for emergency purposes. If for some reason we were to have an emergency occur during the event and we had to evacuate, which we've had to evacuate before, for all of us that remembers our welcoming at our kickoff at the beginning of our school year, we know what that means. So this just allows us to know who's on our campus.
Yes.
How we can ensure everyone is safe. So we'll be exiting or entering through the MP room, signing in, and then signing out at the end after the ceremony is over. If families decide they want to excuse their child, so if you're going to excuse your child after promotion, all you'll need to do is the teachers will have the class roster with a sign out line, and teachers know you well because you are picking up your babies all the time. So you'll sign out with them. If for some reason you're unable to attend or you have an emergency contact who's going to pick them up, grandma and grandpa or auntie or uncle or someone who's going to pick them up from school that day and bring them home after the celebration, they'll need to go through the office and do the checkout with their picture, their photo ID, because we don't know who they are. And we want to make sure that we just have those names linked. Or if you send a note and say, Grandma Jody's going to be taking home little Miss Trina from school, we'll go ahead and have it set up so that my face, my ID matches the letter that you've sent in, and we'll be able to check out for you that way. And then the last little bit is no balloons or large signs. So we have a lovely MP room, but we're all sitting in chairs, one after another. And if we have big balloons or big signs, it's going to block the view of anybody. So we want to, or the people that are behind. So we want to make sure that we just honor that piece, and we'll have a really special, fun celebration for our promoters, and then have plenty of time to be able to celebrate outside of that. When you go home, have those big balloons and the yard signs and all those great little fun things to be able to do outside of school. So yes.
We have one question.
Yes.
Is there any limit to how many visitors can attend for each student?
So we haven't had that yet. We're hoping, because it's just a single class at a time, we should be able to have, 4 to 5 to 6. There is some concern that if it's, 12 or more, that it could take up the seating for those that are coming with just a few. But we're hoping that since it's just the single classes promoting, we won't have to limit. So we're hoping that that's going to help, with our classes of 24 to 28, that it'll be that we can still have, as many, like you wouldn't want to bring 20, but we'll keep it to those, around 6 or 7 maximum. I think we'll be okay. We should still be able to fit everybody in our MP room. Okay. And I have to say, our kinder and 6th grade D trackers, they're going to be our first. They're going to be our ones to kind of gauge that. So we don't know what we don't know. So we will find out with those first promotion ceremonies on the 24th and 26th of this month. And then we'll be able to share out for our future ones if we're going to need to limit or not. So fingers crossed that we'll be good to go. But I'm thinking we're going to be okay. So we have a capacity of 600 2, I believe it is. So I'm hoping we're not going to hit capacity with our kinder and 6th grade promotions. So next, Mrs. Keating, I'm going to let you take over and chat about our positive behavioral intervention and support update.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much. We had a family, the Vale family, donate a box of games. And so I took a picture of most of the games that they sent, and then I added some pictures of kids playing the games. It's been wonderful, whether it's rainy, hot, or they suffer from allergies. Students come into the MP room. Half the room is eating lunch, the other half is able to read, play games, or color. So thank you for that donation. And if you have donations, we still are accepting them. Send them to the office, send them to your student's class. So our positive behavior intervention and support team created a survey to help us serve you better and see what information you know and what you still need to know. So I sent the link out to our teachers. You will be getting a family survey from your teacher. However, if you would like to click on here, once you get the video, you're welcome to click on and take that survey. You only need to take it once. It's almost kind of like a quiz to see if you know about our Grizzly expectations and village vouchers. So please take it. And we do at the end, we have like a free response if you want to share some things about our behavioral supports and what we're doing here. Ask us questions, any thoughts, ideas, please share with us, okay? Because we'll be looking at it actually next week. We're going to meet again. And then the last one, are you interested in becoming a Grizzly Den Protector? If you would, please go ahead and click on the volunteer form below. We would love to have you volunteer. You can volunteer just one time. You can volunteer once a week, once a month, whatever works with your schedule. We would love to have you come here and take part in our either recesses or before after school supervision. So if you're interested, please fill that out. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We love to have some volunteers out there. So this is the last part. This is where we've moved beyond grace. So we've just been into the please, let's just all get along and do things the right way. So traffic safety, we are still considered a nuisance neighbor. We've been identified as by Elk Grove PD and the city of Elk Grove as a nuisance neighbor. We are a frequent call-in for the city. And so we need to support and continue to support in making those great decisions. So please be mindful of the traffic laws in and around our campus and know that there's a lot of movement that takes place around the campus between 8 a.m. and 3:30 in the afternoon. At varying times, we have traffic coming in and out. So please just being mindful of that and safe as you're traveling to and from school. So in front of the school, cars cannot park in the drive-through lane, exit the vehicle, or even wait in their vehicle. That 8:15 to 8:35, we have cars that are now backed up all the way down Whitelock because they're trying to get in and drop off their children. Children who need to have breakfast in the morning are unable to get on campus because cars are blocking that lane. So we're going to be out there moving you through. Our safety and security and Elk Grove PD will be here to help us move you through. So 8:15 to 8:35, please, students, exit the vehicle. Come right on campus. We have the MP room is open. It's supervised. There's breakfast. It's warm. It's cozy. It's cool in the summertime. So it's hot outside. It's cool in there. There are and they enjoy themselves. They sit in there and they chat and they play on their Chromebooks or they color or they just have that time to sit and relax and decompress before going into the classroom and starting their learning. So we excuse from the multipurpose room at 8:35 and send kids directly to the classroom. The back parking lot is a staff lot and it cannot be used for drop off. It's for those who are parking, entering into campus to drop their students off at their classroom and then exiting. So please use it as such. You cannot drive in and drop your students off and then drive out. It is, if you want to do that, use the front. That's what it's meant for. Drive in, drive out. Back lot, it's park. Exit, come out, know you're going to get back in your car and leave after, around 8:45 when we lock those gates. The last thing is no driveway can be blocked. We cannot, even for a moment, block another individual's driveway. They have to have entrance and egress at all times. So we cannot, at any moment, even just stop in front, move on down. We can get you in and out. There's just one street over in front of us. There are plenty of spaces to be able to park if you're coming in. So please know that license plates are being recorded. License plate numbers are being recorded. They're being submitted to Elk Grove PD, and they are responding to your homes. They're looking up license plate numbers and they're going to the home. I spoke to the lieutenant there. He called me the other day and he said, okay, we're at a new level now. We are getting the pictures. We are getting notified with license plates, and we are going directly to the homes to have a knock and talk. So please help us in getting off the nuisance neighbor list. It's not fun. We don't want to be there. So I see there's a question, Mrs. Keating. Can you?
Yes, it says, in addition, kindly please keep the valet lane, the drop-off lane, moving during the 11:34 kinder drop-off. Oftentimes, cars are stationed in the valet lane, backing up the lane. So we got to keep it flowing.
Yes, and it's a drop-off. So no vehicle should be left unattended. So I think sometimes that afternoon, they know I'm not going to get on the all call and start calling people out, but I will. I have no problem grabbing the radio and start calling for Miss Jen, and we'll have friends that are going to be announced to come in, because we know we want to make sure that we have these safety processes. It's exactly that. It's a valet lane. It's a drive up and drive out. It's no stopping. Drive up, drive out. We'll be good to go. So with that, last little tidbit. We have that how to reach us, how to get in contact with us. So as always, we record these sessions. We make sure that we have everything documented for you. I share the slides, we share the recording. So at any point, you just give us a call and we'll make sure that we connect with you and we answer any questions that you might have. So with that, I will stop sharing my screen and I will stop my recording.